Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of Crit Hit Reviews, with your host, Arlyeon. On today's episode, I'll be talking about the review copy I received of Radical Forge's feline-flavored puzzler, Bright Paw. Find out if I thought this was the perfect way to spend an afternoon, or if this title wound up rubbing me the wrong way. So, Bright Paw follows Theo, a humble house cat whose home life is brutally upended by the sudden murder of his owners. Guided by an insatiable curiosity, alongside a chatty narrator, Theo scampers in the killer's wake, hoping to find answers in, well, whatever a cat is looking for when it hunts down someone. Belly rubs? Treats? Vengeance? Whatever the case, his investigations will soon lead to the discovery that his formerly happy home held all sorts of secrets, not the least of which is the hidden facility beneath it. Which is to say, it's a pretty funny premises, but the game actually got me invested into it. Yes, there were times the narrator managed to get on my nerves, but more often than not, I appreciated the humor as the story went on. And once you reach the midpoint, there's a set of story developments that turn everything on its head that I particularly found awesome. I will admit being a bit perplexed by certain narrative elements, especially near the end of the game, certain revelations during the 11th hour, so to speak, but it didn't stop me from enjoying it all the same. Now, mechanically speaking, Bright Paw is a simple yet solid puzzler that tasks players with helping Theo make his way across various obstacle and adversary-laden rooms. Which is trickier than it sounds, since not only is his movement dictated by stage-specific cards, time also advances whenever you play one, putting you at the mercy of whatever traps or enemies are in that area. Whilst I did find the game's initial stages to be fairly welcoming, the game does grow more challenging with later chapters. As they only introduce new thematic obstacles and action cards to play, they also grow lengthier, something which can make the process of carefully charting your path to victory a bit more daunting. All the same, whilst there are puzzles that stumped me, I ultimately found Bright Paw to be exceptionally forgiving. And part of that's because it provided me with the means of rewinding my moves I'd made indefinitely. It saves a lot of time, both for the shorter or lengthy conundrums. Plus, it made farming certain death-related achievements to acquire new skins for Theo pretty quick. I'm so sorry, Theo. So sorry. But yeah, beyond venturing through the main content, the game does also task you with a bit of collectible hunting if you're up for it, by clicking on glowing lore-related objects scattered throughout its various stages. Plus, if secondary storytelling isn't enough, there is an added bonus provided that you find all of a given collection, since doing so grants you an achievement, and therefore a new outfit for Theo. Now visually, I found this game to be just endearing. It looks nice, whether it's for the environments, the enemies you encounter, or even Theo. Heck, that was part of why I was so motivated to get all the optional skins, and the sound design's great. There's a lot of effort put into the voice acting to the point that it really sells some of the dramatic beats that crop up later.
The only way to proceed seemed to be through a strange airlock. As he stepped inside and felt his hair begin to rise, he wondered if something was amiss. Huh? Ah! Ah!
What's more, there's just so many good lines that you'll actually never hear unless you get stumped or intentionally drag your heels in a stage. It's quality, and the soundtrack's pretty good too, with an especially lovely song to close out the game with. What I'm basically saying is that as a whole, I enjoyed Bright Paw. Yes, I do have certain nitpicks, certain questions about the ending, but I still found myself pretty pleased with the narrative. It actually managed to elicit genuine surprise for a certain midway reveal, and there were some interesting notes later on. And as a puzzle game, it kept me interested with a diverse array of nozzle conundrums from start to finish. Overall, I'd say Bright Paw's a hit, and would seriously recommend it for folks craving something a little different. Anywho, thanks for tuning in. If you agree, disagree, or just have something to say to me, feel free to comment. If you have an interest in supporting my efforts to create new indie reviews, interviews, and gaming content, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you know it's a new release. Plus, there's also Discord, links in the description, so you can become part of our community, the Crit Hit Cauldron. That said, I'll catch you on the next episode of Crit Hit. Take care till then, folks.